What's going on, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. Today I got a good one for you. It is week 3 of the college football season, and we have the Big Ten versus the SEC, the two powerhouse conferences in college football to date, and that is the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Wisconsin Badgers. These two teams played each other back in 2015, where Bama was led by Derrick Henry. They did defeat the Badgers 35-17. The Badgers this year on the field are 2-0 with their last victory coming over South Dakota 27-13. The Crimson Tide are also 2-0 with their last victory coming over those pesky USF Bulls. Now in this game, Proctor is still questionable with his shoulder injury, but the Tide are still a 16.5 point favorite, and the over and under for this game is 50.5. Now, Luke Fickell did have a press conference where he was asked about the Crimson Tide coming up to Madison to play them, and this was his statements about that game.
To have the number 4th ranked team come into your house.
It's real big. I mean, every week is an assessment. That's the thing, right? You're evaluating, you're assessing, you're seeing how you're growing, the things that you're doing, but you know where you want to be. And I think that's what we've always kind of, since we walked in the door, and they've always had that here. I think Coach Alvarez has been one of the guys that brought that mentality and that idea in here. And if you want to be the best and you want to compete with the best, then you got to play the best. And this just gives you that opportunity, regardless of what they're ranked, right? I couldn't even tell you that they were 4. But I know this, over the last 20 years, who's been the best team in college football, and there's no doubt it's been Alabama. So regardless of where they are at this moment, this is as good a football team that there is in the country, and has been for a really, really long time. And so no matter where you are as a program, it gives you an opportunity to assess a lot of different things.
Okay, and that right there was Luke Fickell's statements on Alabama coming up to Madison to play them this Saturday. Now, me on what I see this game as being, this could possibly get ugly. I'm not even going to lie. I really think there's a strong possibility that this game is going to be a blowout. And the reason why I'm saying that is just strictly based off of how poorly Alabama played last Saturday against the USF Bulls. I do think that the defense is going to be fired up. I do believe Womack is getting on to the defense about having takeaways, because the defense that they're in, that is the main purpose of their defense, is to create takeaways. And last week against the USF Bulls, we had 0 takeaways. We did have 2 turnovers on 4th downs. We did stop them both times that they did go for it on the 4th down conversion. We do have to get better with tackling and wrapping up. Our young secondary, I believe they're going to be on them about not getting beat deep. This is not high school football. You can't just totally rely on your speed. You're going to have to use technique. And most importantly, getting off the field on 3rd downs. We have to get off the field on 3rd down. Colin Hitchler, the co-defensive coordinator, previously worked under Fickell. I think he worked for 5 years at Cincinnati. I do think that gives Alabama's defense an upper hand. And it also gives them an upper hand on how Fickell would try to attack the Alabama's offense. My score predictor on this game, if I'm going to be honest about it, especially if the players of like Proctor and we have everybody on the field, we don't have any injuries, everybody's at 100%, I see this game being a blowout to the tune of 42 Bama, Wisconsin 13. And if I was a betting man, I would definitely be placing my bets on the over. This will be a good game, though. I do believe this game will be good at the beginning, but I do believe that as the game progresses, Alabama will pull away due to just the pure athleticism on the offensive side of the ball. They have too many skilled players. They have too many playmakers. They have too much speed. And I do believe that offensive line is going to show up. That last game against USF, we were poor. But I do feel like they're going to show up and they're going to really, really, really manhandle the defensive line for the Wisconsin Badgers. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to drop a like. Make sure you subscribe and comment as well.